Moving on now to West Asia, where tensions are at a critical point as Tehran and the US prepare for a high-stake round of nuclear talks in Geneva. Iran's foreign minister has said that a deal is within reach, but only if diplomacy is given priority. Since dialogue resumed earlier this month, the upcoming Thursday talks in Geneva will mark the third round of negotiations. A backdrop of intense military pressure is the reason for these discussions. President Trump has issued a stark warning, threatening military strikes unless Iran agrees to a fair deal. He has repeatedly stated that it is US policy to prevent Iran from ever acquiring nuclear weapons. This comes amid a massive US military buildup in West Asia.
My preference is to solve this problem through diplomacy. But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
And Trump has repeatedly accused Iran of brutal internal repression, missile expansion, and reviving its nuclear program. In a fiery statement, Trump claimed Tehran is pursuing what he called sinister ambitions.
And just over the last couple of months with the protests, they've killed at least, it looks like, 32,000 protesters. 32,000 protesters in their own country. They shot them and hung them. We stopped them from hanging a lot of them with the threat of serious violence. But this is some terrible people. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America.
And Iran has fired back with its own warnings. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei said that any attack would be considered an act of aggression and would be met with a strong response. And Iran is also flexing its military muscle on the ground. Yesterday, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps conducted fresh military drills along Iran's southern coast, near the strategic Gulf waters. Iran is also moving to significantly upgrade its military capabilities. Tehran is reportedly close to finalizing a major arms deal with China to acquire advanced supersonic anti-ship missiles. The proposed deal involves the purchase of China's CM-302 missiles. The foreign minister of Iran reiterated that the nation would never create a nuclear weapon. However, it will keep defending its right to peaceful nuclear technology for research and energy. Diplomatic and security actions have already been taken across the region as a result of this ongoing escalation. Citing safety concerns, the United States has ordered non-essential staff to leave its embassy in Beirut. India too has issued urgent advisories urging their citizens to depart Iran immediately. Meanwhile, Indian students in Iran are struggling to make decisions amid the growing uncertainty. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has received a letter from the All India Medical Students Association urging diplomatic intervention to ensure their safe return without academic penalties. Many of those affected are medical students with exams scheduled in March, but universities have not announced any postponements. This has left them torn between returning home for safety or staying to protect their academic year.
अभी सिचुएशन तो फिलहाल ऐसे ईरान में ठीक है लेकिन इंटरनली लेकिन एक्सटर्नली बहुत हालात खराब है बोल रहे हैं कि वॉर उठेगा बाकी चीज़ें मतलब बहुत चीज़ें खराब हो जाएगी विद इन कमिंग डेज बट हम लोग के कुछ ओलंपिक एग्जाम्स शेड्यूल किए गए हैं 5 मार्च हम इंडियन एम्बेसी से रिक्वेस्ट करते हैं कि हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी और मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ ईरान से बात करें कि इसको पोस्टपोन करें अंटिल नवरोज जो
And signs of internal pressure are once again increasing inside Iran. In the capital, Tehran, student protests are spreading throughout university campuses, reflecting growing discontent amid escalating tensions with the United States. In response, the Iranian government declared that students were entitled to protest, but cautioned that everyone needs to comprehend what is known as the red line. The situation on the ground, however, is different. Reports claim that plain-clothes police and armed security forces have been deployed across universities. This is seen as a sweeping effort to crush the student protests against the Iranian regime. And the world is keeping a close eye on these developments. Whether this crisis ends at the negotiating table or turns into another devastating war in the region could be decided in the coming days.
Power doesn't end quietly. Some deaths are not accidents. They are messages. A gunshot. A crowd. A country frozen. The killer disappears. The questions don't. This is not just about who died. It's about what followed. Governments fell. Armies moved. History rewrote itself. 5 leaders. 5 moments. One pattern. The assassination.